Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our entitled parents. In today's episode, my entitled mother threw a fit over her gift that she picked herself. My family and brother destroy any Christmas cheer and spirit I have left, even after Christmas is over. Mom is mean and gets irritated when I confront her about it. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. My entitled mother threw a fit over her gift that she picked herself. Originally she wanted this designer bag in a bucket bag style. It sold out, so I pick a bag similar to it in the same color, different style. Weeks later she sees another purse that she likes and asks if I can return the other one and get this instead. Before purchasing it, I told her several times that I didn't like it or the material the purse was made of, and mentioned that the leather was too soft because there was already scratches on it, and she insisted I get it. So I did. Christmas morning comes, I ask her if she wants to open her gift. She says no. Later after dinner, when everyone was opening her gift, she pushes it off again. She finally opens it and starts complaining. She complains about how it was all messed up and how she wanted to return it. I told her I couldn't because it was discounted and sold as is. She responded that she was still going to return it. I reminded her again how I told her I don't think she should get it, and of course her response was, "I don't remember that." I'm fed up and now heartbroken because no matter what I do, it seems to never be enough. I asked how was it possible that she found fault and disliked something that she picked out herself. Another thing that makes this whole situation worse is she didn't get anyone anything for Christmas, not even my little sisters whose birthday was on Christmas. Update: my mom told my brother that she no longer wanted the purse because it wasn't what to expected, even though she saw it in person and picked it out herself. Not only that, I asked if I can talk to her so I can express how she made me feel, and she told me she didn't want to talk to me because I was rude to her. OMG, she is cruel. Nothing will ever be good enough for her, so stop trying to please her. Hopefully you can get your little sister away. From now on, get her exactly what she got everyone else. Sell the purse and give the money to your sister. My new favorite saying is, if nothing is good enough, then nothing is what you will get. No more gifts for her. At best I would give her a plastic gift card, and if she dares ask about it in front of everyone, remind her point by point of this year. Call her out. My family and brother destroy any Christmas cheer and spirit I have left, even after Christmas is over. Good evening everyone. I hope you're doing well. This might be my last post on here, as the moving date has been set. I'll be moving out next year, and away from this place I used to call home. Finally, Merry Christmas everyone, and a Happy New Year. I'll start a few weeks ago. My brother recently had his birthday, and he used it as an opportunity to abuse everyone without the fear of consequence. During the 11th of November, Remembrance Day, and during the minute silence, he made as much noise as he could, and I tried to hold myself back after the minute had finished. His birthday week was chaotic. On his actual birthday, he whined about the presents not being in a specific size or quantity. My parents did absolutely nothing after he said this, which disgusted me. Every single day, he tormented me and told me to KYS on different days. At the end of the week, we were meant to have a barbecue to commemorate his birthday. I was going to attend, but he began to verbally abuse and physically harm me, so I decided to leave and go to my partner's house. Before I left, I learned about why my parents ignored his abuse and blamed me for his actions. They told me that if they didn't see it, then it didn't happen. They didn't want to call him out for his actions, as that'd make them all feel bad, and if he told them something didn't happen, even if they saw it, they would ignore it, as they wouldn't want to call him a liar. According to them, I need counseling. I spent the rest of the day with my partner, which I really enjoyed. I had to come home afterward, and I was instantly berated by my sibling and told to KYS again. I wanted to stay with my partner, and not come back here. During the weeks up to Christmas, life took a difficult turn, and I tried my hardest to pick myself up again while my family tried to force me back down, with my brother creating drama out of nothing to demean me while my parents took his side. Work got busier and busier, and one of my best friends there unfortunately left. I've also been doing a lot of housework, with my family not even bothering to help, even if I get overwhelmed and nauseated from the speed I'm working at. I found myself getting overworked, and I was asked to work Christmas Eve, and now I've been asked to work New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I'm currently saving up leave time for an event that'll take place next year in February. I'll get on to what happened during Christmas. I just wanted to enjoy Christmas with my family and spread holiday cheer. I wrapped most of the gifts and decorated the house while everyone didn't even lift a finger to help. I tried very hard to make Christmas Day the best I could, but now I'm wondering why I even tried in the first place. At every moment on Christmas Day, I had my brother trying to start a fight with me. I don't know why. During our Christmas lunch, he stood up and screamed at me to shut up and die, even though I was just eating. My parents didn't do anything. Every time I've tried to talk today, he's either told me to shut up, or he's been speaking over the top of me. He's been trying to exclude me from the family Christmas celebration all day. During the gift opening, he threw a tantrum that I got a Sonic Lego set. He also got a very large present, a picture from Stranger Things, and proceeded to tease me about it, since he had a bigger present. He was acting like he was two. We also opened our presents after everything had been handed out, and he hadn't opened the large one yet when I opened the Sonic one. The cherry on top was what happened during the afternoon. I was asked to play a game of Monopoly, and I agreed. It was a tough game, and I found myself getting stressed out from the game and from the heat. I tried to leave, but my mother was close to winning, and for some reason, she didn't want the game to end. I felt frustrated, and when I tried to leave again to have a break, she demanded that I come back and help her pack up. I forfeited the game, and then my brother decided to mock me for losing. I was, close to punching him. When I helped pack up, she guilt-tripped me about not being able to play Monopoly with her in the future. I wanted to cry. This was all because she wanted to win. The day was awful. During dinner, my brother tried to scare me as much as he could. He slammed the fridge, kicked the pantry, and thumped the kitchen bench aggressively. I finished dinner as fast as I could. He also threw a pile of clothes at me. It's not as bad as what's happened for most of the day, but I was still upset nonetheless. The next day, I was subjected to more abuse, but without it being Christmas Day. My mother tried to start something with me just because I took my breakfast out of the pantry, and my brother tried to start something just because I walked past him. This evening, I got called out for dinner and went to the kitchen. My brother was there, and I kept my distance from him. I breathe softly at a quick pace when I'm afraid, and that's how I show my fear. He knows this, and he's exploited me for it repeatedly. He teasingly told me to breathe, and after he sat down at the table, he ranted at me for discriminating him. This got my parents into another discussion, where they blamed me again for everything that goes on in this household. I remembered about needing to check something, and I walked back to my room. They began to yell at me for walking away, and told me I was immature. I tried to explain that I was checking something to them, but my mom screamed at me and said I'm not a mind reader, and I'm not your B***th. When I walked back into the kitchen, I took my dinner to another room, wanting to avoid the conversation. After I finished my dinner and came back out, I placed my plate neatly in the dishwasher. For some reason, this caused my mother to flip out again, and she yelled at me for slamming things into the dishwasher, when I wasn't even doing that. I walked away to my room, which is where I am now. She barged into my room and yelled at me to grow up, and that I was acting like I was two, and that I apparently thought the whole world revolved around me. She then brought up the Monopoly game, and forgot to mention that she wanted to keep playing even though I was getting stressed. She called me pathetic, and did the whole "oh, I'm losing" imitation. I wanted to bring up what she did, but I knew that'd just make her angrier. My dad agreed with her as well, and my brother yelled out his agreement from the table. I shut my door again and cried, with my brother mocking me from outside my bedroom door. I know the moving date is coming up next year, but I'm wondering if I should run away. I don't know how much more of this I can take. This sucks so much OP. The day you leave for good cannot come faster. If it helps, I'm going to send lots of positive vibes your way. Thanks. Is it possible to move in with your partner before or instead of going to Pokemon Go event? As you said, February event is only for a weekend, you need a more permanent solution IMO. Agreed. Cut back any possible expenses and work to GTFO ASAP. Mom is mean and gets irritated when I confront her about it. I'm visiting my parents for the holidays and was really happy for some quiet time after a really rough year. But my mother is saying all these hurtful things, and if I react accordingly and get annoyed or snap back, she acts like she's done nothing wrong and I am at fault. She does the same with my father. When I ask her to be more nice, she gets extremely defensive and irritated. It's like she doesn't even realize how mean and hurtful some of her comments are. She never has the thought that me and my father snapping back at her could have something to do with her saying all these things. I have tried so many times to talk with her about this, because I don't want to argue with her, but it's like talking to a wall. She gets extremely emotional, but never sees the fault in her part. Any ideas what I could do to survive the next few days? Edit, thank you for all of your kind words and advice. I will definitely think about how I can change my Christmas for next year. I also want to try to repeat back to her what she just said to make her listen to her words again. It's just really hard for me to react in such a way, because I am always so surprised and stumped when she says this stuff. Somehow after all these years I still don't expect it, because we normally have a good relationship with each other. It's only when she's stressed or in pain or something else is going on that she gets so mean. FE holidays. I also guess I never realized how mean she really is sometimes, before I got closer with my mother-in-law, who was always so kind and gentle with me. I always thought that I was just being difficult, because that's what she's told me all my life. But I'm not. I am really kind and considerate towards her until she gets mean, and don't have any of these problems with any other person ever. Thank you again for your words, and I wish you all a calm and nice Christmas or time with your family and or friends if you're not celebrating. Instead of snapping at her, try, what a horrible thing to say, then walk away. This is the perfect response. Stay away from her all day. Visit friends and relatives, sightsee, look for interesting museums or movies, hang out at the library or local coffee shops. Go home only to eat and sleep. If your dad is nice, invite him to go with you sometimes. And figure out how in the future you can be elsewhere, not have to put up with her behavior. She can't see her problem. She will blame you. This can be narcissistic behavior. 2 things that helped me to get my father to stop doing that was 1. Ask her to repeat what she just said. She will probably soften her words as she will realize what she has just said. Or 2, pretend you didn't hear it at all. When she starts talking, turn your back and walk away in mid-sentence. If, when she confronts you about it, tell her you didn't hear her or thought she was talking to someone else. Her goal in all of this is to get a negative reaction from you. That is what she feeds off of. When she doesn't get her fix from belittling you, she will eventually stop. It worked for me with my father. Good luck. I recommend some peace and quiet in some local library. Let her know if she can't be less hurtful with her words, you'll stop visiting. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.